right, welcome back to the channel. So Deontay Wilder team predicts a knockout of Tyson Fury, says that the KO will come like you won't expect. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about a fight that Tyson Fury tried as hard as he could try to not take place. This fight is the trilogy fight between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury that is supposed to take place on July 24th, not too far off, and in Las Vegas. Now, Deontay Wilder has a new trainer for this fight. His name is Malik Scott. Malik Scott is a former heavyweight fighter. He actually fought Deontay Wilder early in Deontay Wilder's career, and he is predicting a knockout of Tyson Fury and says that it'll come in a manner that you won't expect. Now, first of all, while we talk about things that we don't expect, again, I've got to rub this in before we get into the meat of this video. Tyson Fury didn't expect to be fighting Deontay Wilder at all. So I have to believe that that there's a major reason why Tyson Fury did not want to fight Deontay Wilder in this fight. And that's why I give the advantage in this fight to Deontay Wilder. Whenever there's somebody trying badly to get out of a fight, especially when they've been accused of cheating as blatantly as and as often as Tyson Fury's been accused of it, I think it's a case of where there's smoke, there's a blazing fire. So I'm not sure at all about Tyson Fury's confidence in this fight coming up unless he can find a new way to cheat. And that is going to be, I believe, the biggest challenge of Deontay Wilder's team, is to figure out what new ways Tyson Fury is going to try to cheat in this fight. Because if you do not believe that Tyson Fury cheated in the first two fights, I'm sorry, I just don't. Either you're not looking carefully enough, or you are just Tyson Fury's brother. You know, that's about the only way that you could see this. But regardless, the knockout that I do think is coming in this fight, that's my prediction for the fight. I think Deontay Wilder's going to get him out of there, because Deontay Wilder should have got him out of there in the first fight. However, there was, some things that I think were a little bit underhanded going on in that fight. But, let's get to the subject of this one. Why would Malik Scott say that this fight is that Deontay Wilder is going to get the knockout, and the knockout is going to come in an unexpected manner? If you look at the training videos for it, I think that it is going to definitely tell a story. Deontay Wilder is looking at fighting like a smaller guy. Now, Deontay Wilder, who's 6'7", most times that he fights fighters, he's fighting fighters from the outside, and because he's got a longer reach, he's definitely got a longer height. Exactly, especially if you look at guys like the most dangerous guy that he fought, Luis Ortiz. He could always keep Luis Ortiz at bay, or reach Luis Ortiz, though it was dangerous, reach Luis Ortiz with the length of his shots. That's not the case with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is the taller fighter, the longer fighter, so Deontay Wilder needs to fight in a way that a shorter fighter would fight a taller guy. And typically what that is with hooks and shots to the body, like getting on the inside and trying to really land significant shots on Tyson Fury. And you could see in the workouts with the taped workouts, or at least the clips that have been released to the video, at least the clips that have been released to the public, you see that Deontay Wilder was working very much on jab, left hook, on a straight jab, right hand, left hook to the body. Left hooks to the body and hooks to the body, I do believe, will wind up slowing down a Tyson Fury and getting Tyson Fury's hands to drop, and then thereafter being able to land a big shot up top to his head and get him out of there. If you recall the first fight, there was almost no shots whatsoever that landed on Tyson Fury that did not knock Tyson Fury down. And one of them, I believe, there was, if I recall correctly, he got dropped 3 times in the first fight, and they only claimed 2 of them were knockdowns. One of them they said was a slip. I thought it was a knockdown. The other 2 were slips. One of them was in the 12th round where Tyson Fury was laid completely out, eyes were closed, which should have been waved off as soon as his head hit the ground like that. But, you know, for the good of boxing, they let Tyson Fury continue. And now, why do I bring that up? Because in the second fight, the way that the second fight transpired, people assumed that Tyson Fury is just going to run through Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury, I'm saying it, Tyson Fury cheated in that second fight and didn't have any padding on his gloves. I believe in this next fight, or in the third fight, that Tyson Fury is going to have regular gloves, and he's going to have regular gloves that are actually all the way on his hands. And when he does that, you're just going to have a regular boxing match between the two. In that case, Deontay Wilder's jab should be significantly more effective because he's, number one, he's not getting hit. He's not getting hit with gloves that don't have any padding on it, and he's also not having a glove flick out at him that is only half on Tyson Fury's hand, and then getting hit with the knuckles, the palm side of his hand, which have his knuckles in it. So Deontay Wilder's jab should be more effective. The body shots would wear Tyson Fury down and eventually drop Tyson Fury's hands. I think jabs to the chest, doing less head hunting, definitely not allowing feints to make Deontay Wilder stand pat. That's why I think that this fight is the knockout's gonna come, but it's gonna come in a fashion that's unexpected. And what is unexpected? People do not expect Deontay Wilder to win any rounds. They expect him to come out and just look for one shot to knock out Tyson Fury. And if Deontay Wilder is able to, and I think that he will be able to execute the plan of going to Tyson Fury's body, then you're going to see him be able to rack up more rounds. Because Tyson Fury does not have a jab, does not have a straight right hand that is going to do anything to really keep Deontay Wilder off him. The only avenue that he has if Deontay Wilder comes on to the inside, especially if he's going at the body, because Tyson Fury's his head is hard to hit because he's so tall and he's moving it side to side, but his body is gigantic and you can't miss it. So as long as he is jabbing to the body, he's landing hooks to the body, and coming up to the head, I think that he's going to have the ability to get more rounds under his belt, and that would be the fashion that is unexpected for most people. I've actually seen, though, Deontay Wilder show a very, very good, educated jab in fights previously, and we expect to see it come out, I expect to see it come out that way this time. And anyway, at the end of that, when Wilder touches him on his chin, Tyson Fury is going to go bye-bye because the guy does not, or his face is going to open up, because I don't believe at all that cut is going to stay sealed, even when you had this much time for it to heal. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think, and with that, I'm out. Peace.